It's time for Mountain Crest High School Sports, a presentation of 107.7 KLZX and CashValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support of our sponsors, DD Auto and Salvage, Adams Wealth Advisors, Mountain Crest Booster Club, State Farm Agent Lana Powell, Cache Valley Daily, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, The Logo Shop, and Planet Fitness. Now, it's time for the Mountain Crest Mustangs on 107.7 KLZX.
Hello and welcome in everybody here to another edition of Mountain Crest Mustang Basketball. We are here in Hiram, Utah, getting ready for more action on the hardwood. We are deep into region play. The second meeting between the Longhorns of Westfield and the Mountain Crest Mustangs coming up in just a minute's time. We had a late start tonight because the girls' game went a little bit long, but they did get the dub against the Longhorns, so Congratulations to the Lady Mustangs in what they were able to accomplish. Head coach J.C. Carroll is taking this team to new heights, and it was kind of fun to see what they were able to do. Now we get to take a moment and a chance to look at what the boys can do. They're looking for revenge after they lost against the Longhorns back in Taylor just a month ago.
Yeah, not too long ago.
So my name is Cody Olson. I'm your voice of the Mountain Crest Mustangs. I'm joined here with Coach Olson in the booth as we get ready for more action. We are approximately 12 minutes away from tip-off time. It gives us enough time to go ahead and talk to you about tonight's matchup between these two teams. Mountain Crest coming in at 5-12 overall, 1-5 in region, and the Westfield Longhorns trying to get at 500 on the year. They sit at 8-9, 2-4 in region. These teams, when they played last time, it felt as though that the Longhorns really could not miss, like they were shooting from a boat into the ocean, and the Mustangs just felt like they had a lid on a basket. That's been a common occurrence and a common theme for the Mustangs throughout the year. They hope to be able to get, shake off those cobwebs. No better time now than late in region play and get a W and a little bit of that taste out of your mouth when these two teams met last time. So, Coach Olson, thanks for joining me here in the booth. This is our second time covering this game in particular.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about?
I think it'll be good. You and I have missed a couple games because they've been away on regions, so we haven't been able to see much of the Mustangs. They were able to take Ridgeline into overtime. Unfortunately, they lost that game. They're on quite a losing streak at the moment, still trying to find, their rhythm and feel. So it'll be interesting now that they're at home again, in front of a home court. Can they get their shots? Can they rebound? Can they do the fundamentals they need to do to keep this game close?
Well, one aspect in particular that the Mustangs hope to improve upon from the last time these two teams met was the shooting percentage. We talked a little bit about that lid on the basket, and it was a game where the Mustangs shot in the sub-30s from field goal from the field. They hope to be able to get that back. You know that that's not the norm, right, for the Mustangs. There has been some shooting woes, but on average, they're shooting a pretty decent percentage from the field throughout the season. In the mid 40% range. If they can get that back, come out with a little bit of confidence. Head coach for the Mountain Crest Mustangs has been able to kind of switch up the lineups throughout the entirety of the year. Coach Smith has been, really trying different combinations to see what's been working for him. And in so doing, he has a plethora of people that he can play at any one point. I know that one of the last games that we did play together, or rather that we did call together, was indeed the game at home here where Cale Muir went off. Muir had a fantastic game on his own, and then we were able to see a little bit more of Noah Carden as well. So both of those two, not necessarily starting at the beginning of the season, but have really come into the starting lineups and have really made a name for themselves in this one. Carden, particularly as a sophomore, averaging just a hair under 7 points per game without playing a lot in the early goings.
No, exactly. And we've seen him out right at nearly 20 points when he's caught fire. And I think that's kind of, I want to say one Mountain Crest's problems is that anybody can score and score big for Mountain Crest, but they're missing the consistency every night. Not everybody is bringing it every night, other than, I would say, Dimitrikov, who, of course, is the only Mustang right now scoring in double digits consistently. But everybody else really struggling because they'll have a big game, but then kind of fall off, where they need at least 3 kids to be consistent scoring every game.
Yeah, looking for that consistency has been the thing for the Mustangs throughout the entire season.
Yeah.
That hasn't really been a problem for the Westfield Longhorns, as they know their 3 top scorers. That is Fowers, Laughter, and Slaw, who 3 of them, when these teams played last, went off in a very positive way for their team. They were able to score 35-plus points between the 3 of them, so each one of them really had a fantastic game. 2 of them are juniors, so you take a look and you see the high volume percentage shots that Fowers takes. He's scored 128 points on the season. Slaw leads the team with 229 and takes the most shots throughout a game as well. So he leads in terms of scoring. We're going to have to keep an eye on him and what he's able to do. The Mustangs have got to be better on defense as well, as this is a very high-octane offense that Westfield is going to present to the Mustangs tonight in this game at home.
Yeah, they have a tendency to be really quick, which normally Mountain Crest is, that's their strength as well, is the speed. But, they've just got to come out and get whatever mentality out of the way and just play some good ball tonight.
Yeah. We'll look forward to see who's going to draw first blood. It seems as though that when we talk about these 2 teams, about Westfield and Mountain Crest in particular, it really, really revolves around, hey, do you have a good first quarter?
Yeah.
And if that first quarter goes well, you seem to hang with whoever you play.
Right.
Mountain Crest had a pretty decent first quarter against Ridgeline. They were able to hang in there.
Yeah.
Figure it out, and any time that they have had a good quarter, they've been able to put together a good string of play. Whereas, Westfield also really streaky in starting. So who's going to have that better first quarter? Who's going to carry this into throughout the game? Our matchups to watch, I'm going to be most excited to see who Parker Andrus is going to be guarding tonight. He's been the go-to man for the Mustangs defensively. I would imagine that he's going to be getting one of those 3 matchups, more than likely Slaw, the senior, to try and limit him and his abilities tonight. That's going to be a key matchup to watch.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one to watch, with him and Dimitrikov picking up some of the bigger guys down underneath and trying to, limit, which one thing that Mountain Crest has struggled with is stopping the other team getting that second rebound, getting those second shots. They really need to force Westfield to at one and done with their shots and push it down the field. So,
all right, we'll go ahead and take a quick break. Come back to you in just a second here on 107.7 KLZX. Bring you back more action right after this on CashValleyDaily.com.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell's State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
The Mountain Crest Booster Club encourages you to support the sponsors that support the Mustangs. Scabelin Roofing, Pool Orthodontics, Reed's Pharmacy, Airbound Gymnastics, Blue Water Construction, Midco Landscaping, and Ridley's Market. To join the Mountain Crest Booster Club, contact the Mountain Crest Athletic Department and support the sponsors that support the Mustangs.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, here to Hiram, Utah, as round number 2 between the Westfield Longhorns and the Mountain Crest Mustangs are underway, this time at home in Hiram. Last time these two teams met, Westfield got out to an early lead and never looked back in a dominant win against the Mustangs. They start out with a little bit of a leg up in terms of the overall standings and series wins, that being the first inaugural time these two teams have met. It's been an impressive turnaround for the Westfield Longhorns, who really had to field a basketball team fairly quickly with it being a new school. That's not typically something that happens often. You get a very rare instance of a first-year school getting a state championship win in basketball. The only time that I can think about it was Ridgeline in 2017. Yep. So this is also a very good Westfield squad. We're approximately 50 seconds away from the start of our game today. We will step aside for our national anthem and give you the starting lineups as soon as we get the cue coming up right in just a moment. Before we go ahead and step aside, Coach, one key aspect of the game you would really like to see the Mustangs focus on in order to get the win here.
Rebounds, offense and defensive rebounds. They have got to have the guards flying down and picking those up. Everybody to the ball.
Everybody to the ball. We're going to keep an eye on that, see what the rebounding total, hopefully we'll get some stats on that as we get ready we'll check up on it at halftime. Right now, we'll go ahead and step aside for our national anthem. Get ready for more action coming up in just a second here on 107.7 KLZX and on CashValleyDaily.com.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell's State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Mountain Crest High School for your starting lineups. This game, exciting stuff coming on here. Your starting lineup for Mountain Crest, Noah Carden getting the start tonight for the Mustangs, wearing number 1. Number 10, Mason Smith. Following behind him, the senior Parker Andrus, wearing number 11 tonight.
Number 11, Parker Andrus.
Parker's been an exciting one to watch throughout the season defensively and offensively. Number 15, Joshua Brands getting the start as well. And then Easton Pugmire starting at the number 5 position. Worthy to note that Nico Dimitrikov and, well, speaking specifically, Nico did not warm up. We didn't see him warm up a ton. But he is dressed tonight, along with a couple other Mustangs. Your starting lineup for the Westfield Longhorns, number 2, Jaden Fowers, the junior, averaging 7.5 points per game. Number 3, Daxton Louder. Or Jackson Slaw, the senior, averaging about 14 points per game. Number 5, Cole McCormick, the senior. And number 23, Jordan Harrison. As we get ready for the tip-off, it is Pugmire and Harrison set to tip it up and away. Ball will go up in the air, won initially by Mountain Crest and Pugmire, and then grabbed off the bounce by Cole McCormick. It will be the Longhorns that start off with possession of the basketball. And one thing that we really were impressed with last time we saw the Longhorns play was just how good their offensive sets were. Here it is, a drive and a miss, ball taken away, then taken back by the Longhorns. Going up with it, and he will be called for a travel after he lost the ball, gets a turnover on his name, and then gets the ball back. So net 0 for number 4, Jackson Slaw. But then he walks with it, so I guess -1.
-1, yep.
There you go. Here comes the press that gave Mountain Crest a lot of fits back in Taylor. Mustangs trying to figure it out. It's that 1-2-2 trap. Carden quickly, good pass from Andrus, up and through the double team on the pump. Jump stop on the right side block. It's up and in.
Yeah, good move by Andrus down underneath, able to get that easy shot.
Running the point guard position, it is Daxton Louder who will work his way to the far side. The backdoor cut, easy buckets for Fowers as he gets his first points of the game. Fakes the screen, ran to the bucket, got it up and in. The Mustangs working their way across. Smith, Carden, as well as Brands working their way up and through and poking and prodding from the outside perimeter. Pugmire coming up from the low block will set a screen for Andrus. Calling for it is Andrus on the right side. Gets past his man and then resets back on the outside perimeter. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Slow progression offensively for the Mustangs. Up and over is Pugmire, and he will be fouled from the backside by Fowers. And the Mustangs kind of get bailed out late in the shot clock there.
Yeah, they got really down there low.
Smith will lob it high into the near side for Brands, who then goes and takes his shot on the left side block. Missed, rebounded by Andrus. His putback won't go. Flipped up into the air. Ping pong ball all around, and finally a foul by the Mustangs on Noah Carden, who kind of reached from behind and caught a whole lot of arm right near half court. It will be the first foul against the Mustangs, as the Longhorns will take it from the near side in front of the media bench.
The ball was kind of all over the place, and Carden just came in a little late to over the arm and got the
arm on the backside. Near side pass for Slaw, who drives the baseline, gets underneath a couple different Mustangs. He will be fouled going up to the bucket. And Pugmire taps his chest and says, "Hey, that's my bad. I got him." 2 shots coming up here for Cole McCormick. McCormick's first shot up and off the back iron, rims out.
In and out.
Remains 2-2. Early goings of the first quarter brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, your friendly auto parts store in Providence and in Preston. 1 for 2 at the line for McCormick. He will get his second one to go. 3-2 lead now for the Longhorns. Pressure not let up by Westfield as they pressure, get their way in. Pugmire will go through, and that did look like a running back hitting the A-gap as Pugmire runs over a man on the far side block. It will be the second foul, first offensive against the Mustangs, as now we get to see Nico Dimitrikov come into the game. I guess he's going to be coming off the bench today. So Nico comes in, he'll get his defensive assignment and meet Harrison right near the left side elbow, and immediately steal the ball out and away, stepping in front of his man. Dimitrikov almost lost the basketball. His pass intended and deflected out and away. Longhorns get the steal after the quick secondary fast break attempt by Andrus goes awry. Louder surveys the defense, calls off the screen coming up to the left, calls it from a different way and sets it up. They've been so good about their half-court offense, something that they've worked very well at all year long, fading out and away and airmailing the off-balance jumper is Louder. The Mustangs get the rebound. Brands, far side, handoff. No, the keep from Carden. Pumps, falls away from the bucket and gets wedged in between the backboard and the rim. No good.
It was a good play, the fake handoff down underneath. Just couldn't get it to finish.
Andrus taking his assignment, Fowers inside the key and then giving it back up to Louder, who retreats inside the half circle. Right-hand dribble, he'll work his way left. This time they will get it to Harrison, who works against Dimitrikov. Stonewalled, back out for 3, left side, and it is wide left, no good by Fowers. And the rebound for the Mustangs as they run in transition. Carden behind the back. Shimmy shakes, spins off the right side. Floater with the left hand, and that is good.
That's a good-looking shot.
5 feet out. That was a beautiful shot by Noah Carden.
He's really come on with his shot. Very confident.
As a sophomore coming in, seeing somebody that can make those moves with the ball in your hand and take it yourself, it's got to be something fun to look forward to for future Mustang basketball. Not only tonight, but later on. Smith, back to the basket. Westfield driving inwards, throws the shot up. A lot of contact, no bucket as Smith gets the rebound. Coach Smith telling the boys to run here. Andrus keeps his head on a swivel. Throws it back out into the corner. Brands for 3. Good look. No. Smith comes rising in to get the offensive rebound, and the Mustangs get a second chance. A foul occurs on that rebound. It will stay with the Mustangs underneath.
On Slayer, foul down. That's 1 on Slayer and 1 on Fowers. 2 guys you don't want in foul trouble for
Jackson
Westfield.
Slaw gets the foul. Smith to Dimitrikov. In the key, backs down a man, throws up the baby hook, falling away, and it is good. The Mustangs take the lead 6-3. It's been a slow burn first quarter.
Low scoring.
Fowers, right-hand pass to the far side. This is Faddis, the freshman phenomenon that we saw perform very well back in Taylor. He's going to go one-on-one versus Dimitrikov. He lost the basketball, and it is stolen by Andrus on the far side block. Euro step flying in, and the layup will not go. for Andrus.
Didn't have the numbers there. Good look, though.
Fowers crossing the timeline, looks back over to the bench and gets the call from a couple different assistant coaches who put that, looked like a pistol call, up in the air. And they, obviously the Westfield boys know what it means as they run their offense. Here's Faddis, collects himself, and his bunny won't go. On the cutback, good find from Harrison, everything but the bucket here, and it almost seems like the opposite of what we saw back in Westfield, as the Longhorns can't seem to buy a bucket right now in the early goings of this first quarter. Carden to Andrus, inside, the move, up and under, but the walk first. Shuffled the feet.
Yep.
Good defense by Harrison on the block.
I do like how Mountain Crest is attacking the basket right now, though. It has been working pretty well for them with Andrus and Dimitrikov going at the bucket.
Across the line comes Louder. Gets the screen from the freshman Faddis at the top. Finds some space and daylight, and he'll drive right to the bucket. And that was just a white sea open up in terms of Mountain Crest jerseys, and just an open lane right to the bucket. Carden to Andrus. Here's the numbers you're looking for. Faddis, not set, takes the block, and Andrus will go to the line for two.
Yep, good move. They were able to break that press pretty easy that time. I think that when Mountain Crest can get the rebound and then get heading down the court before they can set up that press, it's been very productive for them.
Here's Parker Andrus at the line. From the free throw line, Andrus has had a little bit of an adventure. Been pretty good. As I say so, this time I'm going to jinx him as he'll miss the first one. Definitely near the median, middle of the pack for the Mustangs in terms of free throws. Second shot from Andrus, off the forehead and down and in. So if you're talking about median and in the middle, why not 50% from the line?
50% there.
Mustangs lead 7-5 with under 2 minutes remaining here in this one. Louder takes the screen off the right side. They tried the same move. Instead, they kick it out to the corner. Dimitrikov with the deflection remains in the arms of Westfield. Driving the baseline, collapsed underneath. Now Faddis, the freshman, will not be able to get another bucket to go. He seems a little bit shaken up. Can't seem to find his touch. Harrison drives against Dimitrikov. He is blocked by Noah Carden, the smallest one on the court. Pass intercepted, intended for Carden, who is running down the court, and Brands has his first turnover for the Mustangs. Harrison for three in the corner, all alone, buries it, holds the pose. Great look. Just like that, Westfield, although they've been struggling to score, has taken the lead after a big three-point shot in the corner. Brands to Andrus, driving, and he'll be fouled again. So this is something that's working well for the Mustangs. They're handling the press pretty decent, and at least coming away with fouls and chances at the free throw line. That will be the fourth team foul against the Longhorns in the first quarter.
I actually really like the fact that they're coming down and then going right to the basket.
Andrus, first free throw missed off the back iron, shoots high and out.
See Martin for the first time coming out.
Tayton Martinson, seeing him again for first time tonight, comes in on the substitution. Second shot from Andrus is down and in, so he'll remain at 50%, go 2 for 4 at the line. He ties us up at 8 apiece with 90 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Westfield looking for some type of offensive action. The handoff on the far side, now to Harrison, now near side to Louder. Guarded by Martinson, sitting in the chair, gets a screen and roll. Harrison initially open. Longhorns don't see him. Kick out to the right side wing, step underneath. Now the right elbow jumper is long. Faddis and Andrus fight for the rebound. It's going to remain with the Longhorns. Driving, and the reverse layup won't go. For Harrison, a lot of contact, a couple different times. And the ball gets swung high up in the air as Faddis tried to strip it away from Dimitrikov. And finally, the Mustangs run the floor. Smith out to Andrus, pumps right, gives it back to the left, and now Coach Smith is going to call out the offense here with 17 seconds remaining. The shot clock is turned off. Brands gets the screen from Andrus, ball up for grabs, and it is still with the Mustangs in front of the media table. Here's Dimitrikov with 2 seconds left, fading away. It rolls in and out.
Ooh,
and the fight for the ball is going to leave us deadlocked at 8 as the buzzer sounds. Mustangs got a good look at it at the end, did not go in, and we get ready for the second quarter.
There's been a lot of action underneath. They're kind of letting them play right now on both sides of the court. 8-8. It's in a low-scoring first quarter for sure.
Low scoring. We'll take the first break here and come back to you right after this. This is Mountain Crest Mustang basketball presentation here on 107.7 KLZX and on CashValleyDaily.com.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
Welcome back here into the action. 1 quarter behind us. We are tied at 8-all as the Mustangs seem to have a little bit of a good bead on the Longhorns. A big 3-point shot from really the most, really from a place that you'd never expect, from Harrison.
Yeah.
The junior forward stepped out into the corner and launched a 3. He averages just under 10 points per game, but I can tell you what, it doesn't typically happen from outside the arc. Here's the Mustangs. Dimitrikov buries his shoulder, spins left, and goes with the left hand, and he'll get it up and in. Dimitrikov has a great left hand.
He really does, yeah. And just kiss off the glass, he does really well up underneath there. It's hard to defend that as well.
Louder gets a screen from Harrison, who works his way left, pumps the 3, thinks about it, and now that ball up for grabs. It bounced off the head of Tayton Martinson, goes back to the Longhorns, and they'll reset the offense. Step back 3 straight away. No, off the back iron, rebounded at the elbow block by Harrison. Couple different offensive rebounds here for the Longhorns. Slaw driving, gets tripped up from behind by Smith, who was trying to catch up.
Yeah.
As he drove inside. That will be the first foul of the quarter against the Mustangs. First on Smith.
It's been a fairly low foul so far for both teams.
Yep, that's inbound being taken from the far side of the basket on the baseline. Louder lobs it high up into the air as Harrison finds Louder again going his way back towards the basket. He wasn't squared up, and he throws up a little bit of an awkward shot that goes off the front of the rim and then rebounded back by the Mustangs. 7 minutes remaining here in the second. Baseball lob to the left side wing for Dimitrikov. They've got Pugmire, Dimitrikov, as well as Brands into the ball game, and the intended pass for Dimitrikov is deflected out of bounds. Stays with the Mustangs on the baseline. Martinson, Dimitrikov, Pugmire, Smith, and Brands. Your 5 on the floor for the Mustangs. Screen at the top, pick and roll action, not open initially, as Martinson and the rest of the Mountain Crest guards will work their way around the perimeter. Smith, baseline, long 2, and he is fouled on that long shot. Tough to take those fouls that far away from the basket. You knew it wasn't a high percentage shot.
Right.
Jackson Slaw is going to get his 3rd personal foul.
That's big because
huge.
He is their big guy, scoring and everything.
Yeah, points leader Jackson Slaw with 6:35 remaining is going to have to go take a seat on the bench. Fowers is going to come in for him. So opportunity arises here for the Mustangs to kind of get some space. Offensive production having to protect fouls on the bench. That's 3. It's not even 2.
No.
3 already at the start of the second quarter as Mountain Crest continues to go 50% from the line. Smith will go 1 for 2. It's an 11-8 lead for the hometown Mustangs. Louder working the offense once again. Works to his right. Inside, a long 2 is deflected and blocked by Dimitrikov. In transition is the Mustangs. Carden. Bounce pass to Pugmire, going in strong, and he is blocked from behind. Harrison can't get a beat on it, flying out of bounds, and he'll throw it into Mountain Crest Mustang superfan Kurt Olson on the far side.
That's right. has not missed a home game in I don't even know how long.
A long time. Dimitrikov stepping back, air balls the 2-point shot. Pugmire tracks down the rebound, puts it back and one.
I like that Pugmire is being more physical now. Also a sophomore, playing a lot bigger. Every game he's gotten better at playing that post.
Yeah, you can tell that he's made leaps and bounds from when we saw him early on in the season. The Mountain Crest will not convert on the 3-point play. Pugmire banks it, or rather bricks it off the back iron, and it will shoot out. 13-8 with under 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Number 21, Milan, in the ball game here for the Longhorns. Harrison, far side corner, right in the spot where he hit that 3 in the first, and he'll give it back up to Fowers. Good defense by the Mustangs, working the man defense here, and Westfield can't seem to get it in here. Another deflection and steal. I think that was Dimitrikov who got the deflection. Pugmire gets the steal. Noah Carden driving, lost the basketball initially, and they'll reset. Carden for 3, setting up. No off the back iron. Dimitrikov offensive rebound. Martinson all alone. This is a better look. And then rolls off the left side and out. 2 great looks for the Mustangs. Trying to get a run and bury their opponent with their leading scorer in foul trouble in the second quarter. Near side corner. Fowers, jab steps, goes against Pugmire, gets a good move, and
that was a really good move.
Speed kills Jaden Fowers against Pugmire, and that will go down and in. 13-10. Mustangs hold the advantage. Carden to Pugmire, inside. Pugmire, stonewalled, has to give it back out to the top as it will work its way to the opposite side of the court. Carden drives the baseline of his zone, and he will fall away from the basket after taking a body foul from Cole McCormick. 2 shots coming up for the Mustangs.
You mentioned Mountain Crest's defense. Last time they met, Mountain Crest stayed in that zone for a long time, and Westfield was able to take advantage of that. Tonight, man-to-man, and it's much better defense from Mountain Crest.
Right now, it's working a lot better, of course, like you said before, and Carden takes his time and throws the first one down and in. We get substitutions as Dimitrikov comes out, so too will Smith. In their stead, Parker Andrus and Brands. Second shot coming up for Carden. Down and in. And Noah Carden, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and look into the future here, is going to be one of your stars of Mountain Crest Mustang basketball if he sticks with this progression that he's been doing. Little known sophomore name at the beginning, and now a very key role and player for the Mustangs later on in region play. Baseline drive for Westfield. Collapsed in on, no good, and Harrison throws it right into the teeth of the Mustangs. 2-on-3, Carden.
Yeah, he
lost the basketball.
Slipped it, that pivot foot.
Yep, turnover.
When you're going full speed like that, it's hard to come to a stop. Yeah.
Although the Mustangs are leading by 5, 15-10, you just really would love to see more of a gap being shown here. Mountain Crest with the power play advantage. I mean, really with Jackson Slaw on the floor, or rather on the bench.
On the bench with 3 fouls.
You got to be able to go ahead and get something going here.
Yeah. And they've had their opportunities, just not getting them to fall right now.
Carden harassing Louder. Near side. Fowers beyond the perimeter. Free throw line extended, and they'll give it back up. As always, Louder, the junior, he plays like a senior. He really runs this offense. He's a great player and a trusted confidant to run that offense for the Westfield team. At the top, driving left, inside, Fowers through the trees. It will be no good, rebounded by Pugmire.
Again, Mountain Crest winning the rebounds down there, which is what they've got to do.
Brands, no hesitation, jumper from the free throw line is good. That is a short and line drive shot.
It was.
It did not seem to have a ton of arc on it.
Stiff rope right in. So.
Down and in. 7-point lead for the Mustangs, showing out a lot better than what they did out in Taylor about a month ago. We talked about first quarter woes, talked about first quarter help Pugmire able to close out on the corner three, no good, and Westfield still cannot seem to get a bucket going. Pugmire, tough take with the right hand layup, and the Mustangs go up by 9. 19-10. Good looks. This is different than what we saw the first time these two teams met.
No, yeah, it's been much better. And again, it starts with that man-to-man defense. They're able to really shut down Westfield. And then on top of that, they're getting the rebounds and not allowing them, like we talked about, to get those second chances. So
good second chance opportunities, good rebounding. Niko Dimitrikov will check back in right after this quick break on 107.7 KLZX.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Back here in Hiram, a 19-10 lead by the hometown Mustangs over new region opponent and new school, Westfield. Our halftime break brought to you by Great Basin Graphics. We haven't had a chance to talk a little bit about the, the uniforms.
The uniform check.
The long two-point shot missed by Westfield, and it will go out of bounds.
Actually, it was a foul.
A foul here.
I don't know who it was, though.
We'll see who that goes. Mountain Crest able to take it. They're wearing their all whites, orange trim. Our uniform check brought to you by the Logo Shop, and Dimitrikov walked into a turnover there. Thought he was going to have a little bit more space and just took an extra step. It will be a turnover there.
Yeah. Sometimes you turn expecting him to run into a body and you don't run into a body, and it throws you off.
Yep.
Usually because most of the time you're really, banging into each other down there.
Daxton Louder again facilitating. He hasn't come out of the game yet. Here is a great pump move and contact and one play by Jaden Fowers, who got Andrus to bite on the initial pump, goes through some contact, gets it up and in on the jump stop on the far side block. He'll have a chance at a three-point play himself.
And again, Mountain Crest just struggling to take advantage of that dry spell from Westfield.
Shot up and off the back iron, no good. Box out performed well by the Mustangs as they track it down in the far side corner. Give it back up for Noah Carden, who will run the offense. Stops, gives to Dimitrikov at the top of the arc. Handoff, action here for the Mustangs. Step back for Brands, who was falling away, and that will be no good on the three-point attempt.
It was a good look, but just could not get it to fall.
Driving in is Faddis, and he will be fouled by Dimitrikov as he lost his balance. Bodies collide. There'll be two quick fouls against the Mustangs coming out of the timeout with 1:49 remaining here in the second quarter.
That's really how you have to play a younger player that's got a lot of talent, because they're just not used to the physicality of varsity yet.
Yep. Inbound coming up for Westfield. They get it up and over the top for Harrison, who studies and waits and surveys the defense. Mountain Crest has stayed in this man defense the majority of the time tonight, and it's performed very well. Near side for the Longhorns, driving in, kicking back out to Harrison, who will try and stab his way in as well. Long two in the face of a Mountain Crest defender, Jaden Fowers, again for three, and he cuts the lead down to 4 with about 80 seconds remaining in the halftime. And you win those 2-minute segments right before the quarter's end.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you do throughout the rest of the quarter, you can really keep it close. And that's what Westfield's done so far. Martinson to Fowers. Andrus, step in three. He wants his own three-point shot, and it is no good. It will stay with the Mustangs as Harrison tries to tip it to a teammate, and will go out of bounds into the Longhorn bench. A valiant effort, nonetheless, by number 15 for the Longhorns, and I don't even have him on here. Unfortunate. Don't even see him.
Number
15.
15, yeah, not on the stat sheet. I'll see what I can find.
Smith putting his back end into Louder as Coach Smith will take the timeout. 50 seconds remaining here before halftime. We'll take the quick break. Don't go anywhere. This is an Adams Wealth Advisors presentation of Mountain Crest Mustang basketball here in this one. 30-second timeout. Don't go anywhere.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Back in Hiram we go. We get more action on the hardwood. Mountain Crest has led for the majority of this game outside of the first shots taken in this one. They lead now 19-15 with a slim 4-point lead with 50 seconds left before halftime. Hi and welcome in everybody. My name is Cody Olson, your voice of the Mountain Crest Mustangs, joined by Coach John Olson in the booth. Mustangs trying to hold on and extend this lead. A play conjured up in the huddle by Coach Chandler Smith. We'll see what was in that magical potion of a play as Smith comes back to the ball and receives the inbound. Working to the far side, Brands. Zone defense shown, and they're going to go for the three-point shot quickly on the left side. Brands felt good about it. It comes up short, however, and the Mustangs give it back up after the rebound taken by the Longhorns. Now with 30 seconds left on the game clock. Approximately 3 seconds difference between shot and game clock, and they'll go ahead and dribble right side, driving in, kick out to Louder. Takes his time, McCormick. Again, near side baseline, driving, step back, three, yes, for Cole McCormick. Not what you wanted, not what the doctor ordered if you're a Mountain Crest Mustang fan. 1 point difference now with 1 second left. Fadeaway jumper and the bounce.
Just in
off
and out.
the backboard, in and out. So the Mustangs give up about an 8-0 run before halftime, and it will cut the lead down to 1. Mountain Crest leads going into the half, but it is anybody's ball game once we come back into it. What did you see in those last 2 minutes that worked well for Westfield and not so much for the Mustangs?
Well, I think Mountain Crest was just struggling to get a good shot off. Westfield has really tightened up on their defense. And when they got out of the full court press, it really changed up the way Mountain Crest was playing, less aggressive. So I'd like to see him be more aggressive again coming in this second half.
We'll go ahead and take the break. Come back to you with more action on the hardwood. This is a Castelite Tile and Brick production of Mountain Crest Mustang basketball here in Hiram, Utah. They lead 19-18 going into halftime. A low-scoring game in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell's State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Insurance.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
The Mountain Crest Booster Club encourages you to support the sponsors that support the Mustangs. Scabelin Roofing, Pool Orthodontics, Reed's Pharmacy, Airbound Gymnastics, Blue Water Construction, Midco Landscaping, and Ridley's Market. To join the Mountain Crest Booster Club, contact the Mountain Crest Athletic Department and support the sponsors that support the Mustangs.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell's State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to halftime, brought to you by Great Basin Graphics, proud sponsor of our broadcast and the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Right now we're sitting at 19-18, anybody's game at this point, Coach.
Yeah, it is.
And it looks like there was an opportunity for Mountain Crest to try and expand the lead. Instead, you know, it was really the heroic play of Jaden Fowers, who goes on almost an 8-0 run himself before the end of the second quarter, brings that to within one at halftime. Looked like there was some opportunities missed by the Mustangs. Westfield got caught up in the corner, waiting for the haymaker that never came, and now we're kind of even going into the second half.
Super low scoring half.
Very, very low scoring half. It's been a tough one to really make some buckets for anybody. Westfield has been able to make more from beyond the perimeter. They've been able to make a couple outside shots. If I recall, 3 or 4. Which, if you do the math, tells me that's more than half of their points from the beyond the perimeter. Mountain Crest, on the other hand, I don't believe has a three-point shot make in this one.
No,
so
they
far.
do not yet. And
that's
they
really
usually
been the
make a
difference.
lot. Yeah, and they usually shoot that really well. But just not being able to get the lid. I mean, one of the things, too, is give it up to Westfield because they're doing a good job of guarding the Mustangs on the perimeter. But in that same case, Mountain Crest got to take advantage of that and keep pushing it down to Dimitrikov and to Andrus and work it that way. It's interesting to me that it feels like Mountain Crest shoots better when they're one or two passes and then shoot.
Yeah.
Rather than run their offense, which sounds terrible.
No, I mean,
but
it's been a phenomenon we've talked about throughout the year. It's almost as though if you have more than three passes, like, the ball freezes. And then, like, if people don't know what to do with it. And maybe you just got to be able to say, hey, it's three passes and then shoot wherever you're at.
3 passes and shoot. You got to move it and go. And again, with how aggressive Westfield is playing, I would love to see them go at them too down. Try and get those fouls and shoot. And so again, it's going to be very interesting to see how these two teams adapt coming into this second half.
Well, we'll talk a little bit about it more coming back in just a second. Don't go anywhere. We'll be ready for the third quarter right after this on 107.7 KLZX and CashValleyDaily.com.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
Welcome back here to the start of our third quarter, brought to you by Planet Fitness. The No Judgment Free Zone. Get yourself a brand new gym membership and get yourself into shape for 2025. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I know.
Get yourself into shape.
Round is a shade.
$15 a month. No judgment. Except I'm judging you now because you're not getting your gym membership.
I know.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to our
the people out there?
To the universe, I guess.
Okay.
Here we go as we get ready for the start of our third quarter. Westfield will work their way from left to right on the radio dial. It is the starting five that we saw at the beginning of the game. Kick out to the near side for Fowers as he drives in, goes right at Andrus, and it will be missed. Too strong on the layup. The Mountain Crest Mustangs come away with the ball and the rebound, and they will work from right to left. That's how things work.
That is how it's working.
One team goes this way, the other team goes that way. Pugmire coming high up. And they switch. Andrus, quick pass to Smith. They're going to go one-on-one. Pugmire spins into the double team, lost the basketball, and it's stolen away back by the Longhorns. It's been a back-and-forth battle. I mean, each team pretty even in terms of turnovers.
Yeah, it has been even on turnovers.
I think the really thing that we talked about during halftime that's kept the Longhorns in this game, because it's been such a low-scoring game, they've made a couple threes. And here's one in the corner right now on the wraparound pass. No good. And Mountain Crest can't bring it down. Deflection and then steal. Luckily getting the hands up in the air. Smith with the bullet pass to the right side. Brands with the jump stop and layup.
There you go. Again, in transition, they're able to score.
Yep. Gives you no time to think, I guess.
I guess not.
They're going to allow Harrison to take the point position here. I don't know if this is a specific play called. Harrison's going to go all the way to the bucket, and he's going to prove me wrong that I can indeed handle the basketball. He just misses the shot. He had a good look at it. Here's Carden for three. Mountain Crest needing some three-point shots, and they get it.
Good start for the half for Mountain Crest.
There you go. That one pass shoot, two pass shoot.
Yep.
Working pretty well. We talked about the three-point shot being able to keep the Longhorns in the basketball game because it's been such a low-scoring game. Like we said, 12 points goes such a long way for such a low-scoring game. Here's another three thought about. Now in the corner, and a better look, and it's answered by Louder. Daxton Louder says, hey, I saw what you did. I raise you.
It was good ball movement by them, finally finding the open man out there.
24-21, so a little more points happening here in the beginning goings of the third quarter. Brands, here's a little bit more arc on his shot there, and it goes in regardless. Makes me wonder, what happened on that first one? It was a laser beam. That one had more of an arc on it.
Right. And we haven't seen Brand play much. So I wonder if it's another one of those Carden things where he was hiding his... That was a good move underneath. Sorry, I'm talking over.
No, you're good. That was just an expert, big man move by Harrison. Jordan Harrison, looking like Hakeem Olajuwon out there a little bit, going up and under, spinning and under with the right hand. Here's Pugmire for three. Ooh. That one was down and in. I know Pugmire's really wanted to shoot those throughout the season.
He must hit them in practice because he's not been chastised for shooting them in the game. So.
Harrison again, whip pass to the far side, driving the baseline. Here's a block from Pugmire. Says, no, get that out of here. Brands driving short on the jumper, mid-post. And the Longhorns will take it away, 26-23. Screen and drive. Harrison wants the three-point shot, and he will miss the back iron, hit the back of the backboard, and get back into the arms of the Mustangs.
Is that an out of bounds? I thought always was.
Typically was. Sometimes high school has a weird rule. I know that it's definitely an out of bounds at the collegiate level. Maybe not so at high school level. Andrews has the ball poked out from behind, gets pushed out to the far side corner, drives, goes towards the bucket, falling away, down and in.
He recognized that he had a mismatch with Louder size-wise and took advantage of it, and that's what you really need to do.
Great play by the senior Parker Andrus. Smith v. Slaw, right side, and Slaw gets his pocket picked and then fouls Smith going up. And the Mustangs will take it after that quick foul of frustration by Slaw. That will be his fourth foul.
Wow. And with 0 points right now.
Incredible. Seeing as Jackson Slaw, the senior leader of this team in terms of points and assists, is with 4 fouls. And did he stay on the court, or did he took a seat?
They took him out.
Pugmire waiting, hands it off at the top of the key, gives it back. The layup, or rather the alley-oop, no good.
So close.
Pugmire couldn't quite get his feet underneath him. Louder pulls it back out, gets the mismatch versus Dimitrikov. Kick out to Harrison. And the hand check foul by Pugmire, who again slaps his chest. Tried to recover by grabbing on to his man that was running past him.
Well, Harris, is a big guy with great speed. So, that it makes it hard to guard, but him and Dimitrikov have done a good job so far.
Here's the inbound, intercepted by Carden, and he bounces it off of the leg of McCormick. Playing some DB out there on the inbound, and it will go to the Mustangs with a 5-point lead. It seems as though the Mustangs have really been in control of this game, but they can't get the point spread that they want. They can't get farther than, they had 9 at one point, but now they're just dancing around 5. We'll see if we can get more action here. Smith, right side, wrap around. Here's Dimitrikov, gets past his man, boxes out Harrison, and that's a big boy move by Niko Dimitrikov to seal off his man and get the easy layup.
Yeah, he had perfect position down there. Nothing you can do against that.
Louder, blocked by Andrus from behind. This is a completely different team that we're seeing from Mountain Crest than what we saw out in Taylor. Here's a step-in 3 from Andrus, and that one's too short. Mountain Crest desperately trying to get points on top of points.
Yep.
And that's turning into taking some three-point shots, which I don't mind at all. Here's Louder again, too strong. Oh, excuse me, that's Fowers versus Andrus. Carden keeping his man on his hip, drives and is fouled from behind by Jaden Fowers. That will be his second.
Yep.
2:31 left in the third quarter, screaming through it. Here's a step back three from Brands, and it nestles in.
That did not look like it was going to go in from this angle, but it did. That was great.
The perfect angle to just hit the inside of the cylinder and go down into the hole.
Mount Crest finally cracking double digits on the lead.
10-point lead now for the Mustangs. Sidestep, crossover, Harrison, contact, no call as Andrus again gets his defensive assignment and fulfills it. He's had 3 different looks at 3 different people driving through the last 3 different possessions, and he stood tall in that. Smith again to Dimitrikov, and he will be fouled by McCormick, who is again trailing the play, caught the backside of Dimitrikov, and will be called for the foul.
And that'll be 3 on him. Now, at halftime, Fowers, he's coming out holding his chest. At halftime, he kind of was holding his chest and went and was checked out by the staff. I don't know if he has a pulled muscle or what, but
maybe in his sternum.
In his sternum. He does not look good. I hope he's okay.
Yeah. Well, Dimitrikov able to get the drop step and get the bucket and points. Harrison thought about the 3, gives it up for McCormick, and Westfield keeps throwing the ball away. Here's Carden turning on the Jets, laying it up and in, hanging in the air. Everything but the tongue hanging out.
That was a really good play. He got up there.
Timeout taken by Westfield, and Mountain Crest comes off onto the floor with some cheers from the crowd, hometown-wise. It is a full timeout. We'll come back to you right after this on 107.7 KLZX. A Great Basin Graphics presentation of Mountain Crest Mustang basketball here on CashValleyDaily.com.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Welcome back here to Hiram, as the Mustangs of Mountain Crest with a little bit of a lead here of 14 points over the Westfield Longhorns, looking for their second region win of the year. Only win for the Mustangs in region coming against Logan early on, the first region game of the season. Here's the wraparound 3, take the shot, and Louder cannot get that ball to go in. A little bit of a lid on the basket for Westfield all game long, really. Andrus to Smith, far side wing extended, and that double team coming for Dimitrikov. Somebody's open. Here's a driving Martinson.
Good way. I mean, he was able to just snake that through that pass, Dimitrikov. Good play.
Near side, up at the top, Dimitrikov overplays his hand over Milan, and Westfield trying to get this way inside. Faddis drives, keeps it himself, and a foul as he gets sandwiched in between Andrus and Dimitrikov.
Yep. Andrus gonna pick up his second. Not bad. Mountain Crest doing a good job staying out of foul trouble.
39-23. Mountain Crest loving the lead. Fans alike. Here's Faddis, short on the free throw. And we talked about how streaky Westfield is as a team.
Yep.
Again, cannot emphasize to you enough that they could do no wrong at home a month ago.
Yeah.
And it feels like just points are hard to come by. Everything's kind of hard to come by here in this one, as Faddis will go 1 for 2 at the line.
It's almost a complete flip from the first game.
Almost. Carden manning the quarterback position to start off the offense. Back and forth, zone action. Back and forth, back and forth.
Westfield running that zone defense.
They're good and quick on their feet. Now Mountain Crest got to look at it. They're going to set up. Carden to the corner, 3. Martinson, no, off the back iron. Dimitrikov tracks down the offensive rebound, comes back towards the rim, had Andrus wide open, doesn't matter. Parker Andrus.
It's gonna count, good shot.
Gonna count at the buzzer. Puts it back after the Dimitrikov miss. End of 3, Mountain Crest leads 41-24. That was a 22-point quarter. For Mountain Crest, after they only could conjure up 19 in the first half. They blow up for some more offense in the third quarter.
Yep.
Great play there.
And if I'm Mountain Crest, it's sometimes when you're not used to playing from ahead, you can get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
They need to keep playing with the same intensity. I don't care what the score is, play with the same intensity.
We get ready for the start of the fourth quarter, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick message.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
Start of the fourth quarter today, brought to you by the Mountain Crest Booster Club. Mountain Crest leads 41-24. A 17-point lead currently held by the Mustangs. It's been a great game for the Mustangs as far as this point. Westfield will continue to remain in the zone. Dimitrikov, quick pass to Andrus, and surgical passing by the Mustangs leads to an easy layup attempt by Parker Andrus. Working to the weak side, everybody collapsing in. Backdoor cut, easy money. Here's Faddis trying to take it upon himself. He is pit-pocketed by Noah Carden, looking for somebody to give it off to. He's going to go all the way himself with the left-hand layup. And the Mustangs now starting to take the lid off of this game. They are up 21. Faddis for 3. In and out off of the miss. Rebounded back by the Longhorns. Corner 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound by Smith. And the Mustangs giving their fans a show here. Corner 3 from Martinson, all the way in the bucket and out. No good.
He's had a couple go in and out for him tonight.
He's had a couple good misses. Bullet pass underneath, grabbed by Milan, deflected by Andrus. And it looks like the Longhorns are kind of dogging it a little bit. Here's the wraparound pass flying outside the key. Right hand finds Andrus on the back side, running with him. And this is just turning into a little bit of a blowout here. Shot up and around the rim, no good. Rebounded offensively by the Longhorns, falling away as Milan.
Finally getting a basket.
It's only been 8 points scored by Westfield the entire second half. Here's Dimitrikov going to work, throwing up the baby hook, and it will fall
just close
off the front of the rim.
Need a little bit more.
Step in 3, left alone, good by Westfield. And Coach Chandler.
He does not like that defense. No.
And you mentioned it. I'll echo it all the same. You're up by quite a bit, but that lead can disappear so quickly.
Very quickly.
If you are not careful.
Yeah.
If you are not careful at all. So we'll take the full timeout, come back to you in just a second here for the continuation of our fourth quarter. 6 minutes remain. Mountain Crest leads 47-29 here in Hiram.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Here we go, back into the fourth quarter. We get ready for more action. We want to go ahead and shout out our camera person tonight.
Yes, a fill-in camera person.
Fill-in camera person. Colton Olson. Colton heard the call and stepped up to be our camera person tonight. And you know what? Did not disappoint, at least to this point. So that's good.
That's good, yeah.
Here's the Mustangs setting up the offense, working to the right side. Martinson closed out on the three-point line, spins, goes back towards the bucket, misses the shot. Pugmire tracks it down, gets his second opportunity, now a third opportunity by Andrus. And he's going to pull that ball down, and it will be a jump ball call.
Yep.
Goes back to the Longhorns.
Mount Crest had several attempts, so they've got to get those to go, those little bunnies underneath.
5:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter, trotting his way across the line. A couple different faces we haven't seen before, including number 11, Ortegon. Harrison drives past Andrus, finds Faddis. Stellar hesitation move. Not something you see typically from a freshman. Able to get that up and in. 47-31. Have you ever tried to call a basketball game with hiccups?
I have not.
I'm about to. Here we go. Noah Carden, left side. Crosses over right, then gives it back to the left. Smith puts his back to the basket, drives the baseline, cross-court pass over to Brands. No hesitation. Three, and it just gets wedgied in between. Be a quick foul. Parker Andrus will be called for it. That will be his third.
Yep.
Pugmire is going to come out. Dimitrikov will come in. 16-point lead held by the Mustangs. Not as big as you would think. It can disappear quickly. You gotta keep your focus in the final minutes of this basketball game.
You really do, and you've got to keep your intensity up on defense and offense.
Louder to Ortegon, and another foul away from the basketball. That will be the second quick foul in succession for Andrus.
So that'll be 4, so they'll pull him out.
That will be his fourth. Yeah, he picks up a couple really quickly. Andrus is going to come out of the ball game. Dimitrikov, good defense against Harrison. Missed layup attempt, and it will go wide left. Grabbed by the Mustangs again. Carden drives. Gets almost taken out by his own man, Pugmire, and it will be a timeout by Coach Smith.
Yep.
I think it's a good one, too. Just trying to refocus in the final minutes of this basketball game. It will be a 30-second timeout. What do you say? What do you tell your kids right now at this point?
You've got to keep up your intensity. If we're going to work the clock, let's work the clock, but we got to score at the end of that. We still have to be focusing on scoring. You're going to move around the perimeter, and if you have an open shot or an open move, you take it. I don't care what the score is. Pretend like it's tied going through these last 4 minutes.
Yeah, there's been instances within basketball history that you're like, oh, you prioritize running the clock too much so that you give up easy points.
Right.
That's going to be better for you anyway.
Yeah, it really is.
Don't pass up the easy stuff.
No.
Don't pass up the easy stuff.
It's in football, prevent defense prevents you from winning. The same thing can happen.
Prevent offense
in basketball. If you eat up the clock and don't score,
It also works really for defense as well. As Dimitrikov comes near the far sideline to grab the inbound play. The Mountain Crest Mustangs up 47-31 with 14 minutes remaining. Dimitrikov one-on-one versus Harrison. His number counterpart goes to the rim, falls out and away, and gets it down and in.
That is just so hard to defend.
Yeah, there's
when
nothing
you can go
do.
back and do that hook.
Nothing you can do with that little baby hook falling away. And if you master it, I mean, it's good. Here's a 3-bomb at the very top of the arc. No good. Pugmire coming high up in the air, and he will be fouled on the rebound attempt. It will be Faddis, who tried to swat it out and away like a volleyball spike. Mountain Crest looking for their second region win. It's going to bump them up in the standings. It will actually tie them with Westfield in region, as Westfield was able to beat Bear River in Bear River, I believe. Here is Brands for 3. And even though we said don't, pass up the easy shots, maybe take a little bit off.
Take a little bit of time.
Here in the corner for 3, Louder throws his body out onto the floor. And the ball tipped around and missed, grabbed on the rebound. Pugmire one-on-one versus Louder. Spin move and everything but the finish.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
He really wanted that.
He did,
you could
too.
tell, so.
The revolutions of that spin were mighty.
Yes.
On that one. Had to almost like keep your focus like a figure skater.
Yeah, you did.
Louder at the top of the arc, gives it to the near side elbow, back out to Louder on the pass from Harrison, and that will rattle in and out. Rebound to Smith. Brands looks at Coach, and now Coach Smith is saying, hey, let's take a little bit of time, dribble the basketball. We've gone up and down the court a few times. Smith calling off a couple different players, drives the baseline, turns around, throws it back to Carden. Pass deflected, but stays with the Mustangs at the top. Step through, Harrison, Dimitrikov gets through the arms of a couple different defenders. Pugmire is blocked from behind. Faddis, wraparound, behind the back dribble. Good handles for a freshman, gives it to his teammate. Right side missed by Slaw, who's back in the ballgame. Faddis gets the bucket after the late whistle. He'll go to the line for one more after the bucket made.
Yep, good move down underneath, and found Mountain Crest out of position down there.
If I would have told you that your leader for the Westfield Longhorns, Jackson Slaw, would have 0 points and 4 fouls at the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter, would you have believed me?
No, I would not. I would not have believed that at all.
15-point lead, the timeout and the 3-point bucket is made the hard way. We'll take the 30 right after this here on 107.7 KLZX.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castalite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castalite.com.
2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining here in Hiram. The Mustangs, after a plethora of points in the third quarter, hold on to a 15-point lead at this point in the ball game.
With 2 minutes left. 2:16.
2:16. 49-34 for the Mustangs. Full court pressure shown by Westfield. Smith dribbles in and out of pressure, and he's going to get past his man, crossing the timeline, and he has a chance to give it to either one of his players. And Pugmire throws down the two-hand jam.
Good for Pugmire. After that last fiasco, that was good.
Pugmire missed an open layup dunk last time in Taylor. And ball's going to go the way of the Mustangs right there. And I
kind of disagree with that.
Didn't see it. I think that was most definitely. And we're going to go ahead.
They're going to change it, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call. One referee's going to come over and tell the other one.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I didn't even see a Westfield player in the vicinity of the basketball.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. So
Longhorns will inbound on the right side of the bucket. We'll get it into the near side corner. Driving the baseline is Slaw. Back out for Harrison. His third three-point attempt of the night will go wide left, and Slaw is fouled away from the basketball by Smith. Those two have been going at it tonight as well.
Yeah, they have. It's been a very physical game, but being a football coach, I rather enjoy physical games than...
That's fair. Slaw for three, looking for his first points of the night. It will not go. Dimitrikov with the rebound finds Carden on the far side, as Smith and Carden will lob it to one another in the backcourt. Brands pumps, drives inside the key. Late pass thrown out and away on McCormick. Apologies is Brands is going to they're going to give it against Brands.
Oh, really? I don't know how that's possible. That was not.
I didn't see what they were seeing out there for sure.
I didn't either, no. It was a loose ball, and it looked like Westfield grabbed a hold of him, but I must have missed something.
Might have happened before we had seen it. So here comes some shots for the freshman Faddis. 51-34, and the first one from the charity stripe will hit every point of the interior of the cylinder and then pop back out.
He has a very wide stance for a free throw.
Yeah. Didn't Mutombo have a stance like that?
I think so, yeah.
Goes 0 for 2 after the back iron, but the offensive rebound. Ball poked out from behind. Pugmire ends up with it, as the Mustangs will try and dribble out of their backcourt. 80 seconds left in the basketball game. Mountain Crest all but has this one in the bag. They're going to try and dribble out the clock here. Brands bounce pass to Dimitrikov, near side to Pugmire. Takes one dribble, gives it back to Dimitrikov, who will go up and through with the right hand. Big man to big man assist and bucket. Long three on the right side, in and out for McCormick. Dimitrikov with the rebound. Smith, long lob to Pugmire, who goes up and under with the reversal. No good. Dimitrikov comes back with it. He'll go up with the left hand. That won't go. Two big men trying to get some points stats going here. As Harrison wanted to pass it off at the pinnacle of his shot.
Yeah, I was surprised. He had the height and everything going.
Carden. Basketball thrown over Pugmire, luckily in the area, as it was probably more than likely intended for Smith, who stopped on his backdoor cut.
Yeah, lucked out on that one.
Dimitrikov handles the loose ball. Shot clock and game clock are almost synced up. Mountain Crest is going to have to be able to shoot the ball. And that will be the end of it there.
At the end, but Mountain Crest comes out with the win.
Mountain Crest comes away with the dub. They go to 6-12 on the season, 2-5 in region play. Great win by the Mustangs. We'll talk a little bit about it in the post-game show, brought to you by the Logo Shop. They really can put your logo on just about anything. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk about what we saw, our player of the game, and what this means for the Mustangs moving forward. Don't turn off that radio dial quite yet. We'll be right back after this.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do I do that in time to watch my team win?
Use the expert help at Castelite. For all your brick, block, rock, paver, and tile needs, Castelite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Hiram, Utah. The Mountain Crest Mustangs get the victory over the Westfield Longhorns. Did you get the final score? I forgot to write it down. Dang it. I think
wow, they don't usually shut it off that quick when we win.
54-39?
Something like that, yeah.
I apologize to our friends. We went to look at the score and it was gone.
It was gone.
Gone.
Now,
So
usually when you lose and you're the home court, you wipe it off quick. But
yeah, but they took it off pretty quickly there. So
yeah.
There we go. The Mountain Crest Mustangs get the win, and it was a double-digit win.
Yes, it was.
To add to that, it's time for us to go ahead and talk about our player of the game, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Our best part of the game really was, I'm going to go ahead and say, the two-hand tomahawk jam by Easton Pugmire.
Easton Pugmire, yep, and we're going to give him the player of the game as well. I just feel like he had a really good all-around game, played defense really well. He has come along, he's physical, like a big man should be now, and like you said, had that tomahawk double-handed slam.
Two-hand jam by Easton Pugmire.
So, yep.
Played fantastic tonight. Mountain Crest, in general, as a team, played fantastic tonight.
Did. Yep.
You looked at, before the shot clock went off, we were able to see very evenly distributed.
Yeah.
Really evenly distributed play and points scored.
And points, yeah.
Mountain Crest got the turnovers that they wanted tonight as well.
That was the big difference. I think the turnovers, they won the rebound battles enough, and, you know, what really helped them was how many transition points they had, I think, in both sides of both halves of the game. So,
well, that's your final score tonight. Mountain Crest gets the victory, double-digit victory over the Westfield Longhorns. They go to 6-12 on the season, get their second region win, and in terms of games next,
they go to Mountain Crest goes to Logan, and then they will finish out at home. I had it. I know they finish out at home. Green Canyon, Skyview, and then finally Ridgeline.
All three of those at home?
All three of those at home. Yep.
All right, there you go. Something to look forward to as we go ahead and sign off tonight. On behalf of, go ahead.
I'll interject.
Yes.
Home for Green Canyon, away for Bear River, home for Skyview and Ridgeline.
There you go.
There's a Bear River's thrown in there too. So.
There you go. Well, on behalf of all of us at CashValleyDaily.com and 107.7 KLZX, congratulations to the Mountain Crest Mustangs on the double-digit victory over the Westfield Longhorns. We are now knotted up at one apiece in the all-time series between these two teams. We say thank you so very much on behalf of all of us. I'm Cody Olson. That's Coach John Olson to my left, and our audio-visual technician here today on site at Mountain Crest, Colton Olson.
It was an Olson all-around.
Olson all-around. There you go.
Yep.
And we say thank you very much. And as always, go Mustangs.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
I have a deal for you. I'll turn the cable back on when you get my kitchen floor finished.
How do